Comms open.
Good greetings, I'm Rusty Dog. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. So we're back here with OnAIr, the airline manager, and I have the company Rilma. That is my airline name, Rilma, Riley and Merlin. And it is myself and an AI pilot who are doing the jobs. And I've gone out and bought a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan. So I already had about 340,000 current cash, and I got a loan from the bank for 460,000, I think it was, and I bought the Cessna for 500,000, which took me down to around 290,000. We've done a few jobs since. The old girl, Brooke is my other employee. There she is. She's just awaiting orders. I should be giving her a job really, but I don't know. Maybe she can have an easy day. She's done one quick job today. Myself, though, well, here's the problem. Both Brooke and myself do not have licenses to fly a single-engine turboprop like the Grand Cessna. So if I want Brooke to be able to fly my plane, I'm going to have to train her. So I would go into manage, go into training, and then I would choose single-engine turboprop land. It costs $7,000, and it will take 2 days. That's 2 real days, guys, in real days in real time. So once she's done that, then we have skills training, which is another day. I don't know why this is in credits and that's in dollars. There's somehow a discrepancy here. I don't know. Can't seem to make its mind up what currency it's going to use. Credit should be a proper currency, shouldn't it? Now, I don't have my certificate either. And I didn't realize this until later on, and I thought, oh, God, have I gone out and bought a plane for 500,000 and, you know, I won't be able to fly it because OnAIr knows that I don't have the certificate for it and it won't let me fly it. Well, not the case. But I can fly it, I can do jobs in it, but before I do that, I have to be certified. And some people think I should be. So, if we look in aircraft here, actually no, let's go to live operations map, be easier to see it from there. You can see that we have the Skyhawk and the Grand Caravan. I think this is an orangey browny red color because it's a turboprop. I don't think it's there because there's any highlight or notification or anything. But the current location is in Brussels. So I dropped off the Cessna 172 that I used to rent, and yeah, I dropped that off and then I took public transport to Brussels. I obviously took a flight because it only took an hour and a half, and I am now here at Brussels with my plane. I have not yet stepped in it as far as OnAIr is concerned. So the good thing about this is that I own this plane, so I'm not paying any rental fees. Because if I'd rented a Grand Caravan, we're looking at over 1,000 credits an hour, you know. And if you don't fly for that day, you still have to pay a minimum of 4,000 credits, as if you'd flown 4 hours when you haven't. So I got a bank loan and I bought one. I don't know yet if it was the right decision, but we'll see. So the only change that's been made in OnAIr is that I have allowed myself to fly any time of the day. So I'm using don't force time in sim. I don't know why disable landing penalties is on. I think that comes on automatically when you click this, you see. If I take that off and then click that, it puts itself on. So yeah, not sure why that is. I want to get rid of used small airports. Eventually I want to get another Grand Caravan for Brooke as well, so we can both fly them. Now, use small airports means any jobs I do in OnAIr won't have me landing on grass strips, or tiny fields and stuff like that. I'll only be able to use airport sizes from 2 upwards, so I should be landing on proper runways now. It's okay for the Cessna 172 and the 152, but not for this thing, I don't think. So with this, because we can take a lot more cargo, instead of the 960, I think we can take something like 3,200 pounds of cargo, and instead of 3 passengers, we can take 12. And this opens up a lot more jobs and a lot bigger pay. A lot bigger pay. So that's the whole point with this. So if we go now to the live ops map, you will see that on her plane I've got no more rented aircraft. Brilliant. And I bought this one at a really good price, and look at the condition of the aircraft. It's amazing. Okay, so we have to prepare the flight, we have find jobs at the current airport, and aircraft details. Same here as well, except we have this one. Take a check ride. So a check ride is something where I don't know what's going to happen when I click this, but when you take a check ride I thought it'd be like a little test flight, but it's not. Although it is a test in that they're going to have me fly the plane and assess to see if I'm good enough to get a certificate to fly this plane. Because if I don't, well, I probably won't be able to take any jobs for it. So I don't know what this is going to entail, really. Now the plane is at Brussels, so if I just remove, let me just go into come out of studio mode. So if I remove this, you can see that I'm all lined up ready, Brussels. So I think what we'll do is, I've used 10 past 10 in the morning, and we'll go there. So I'm going to pop in, and we'll get this loaded up. And then we'll be able to do the check ride. Now, all I know is that they're going to say things to me and I have to follow their instructions. I'm going to assume that it's going to be a case of they want me to take off from somewhere and land somewhere else, because that would seem logical, that they want to test, can he take off in the plane, can he fly the plane, can he land the plane? And if I can, then they may say, here's your certificate, go and enjoy yourself. But I don't know if it's just that case. And how long is the flight, and where do I take off from? Does it start from Brussels? Where do they have me go? I've got no idea what's coming up. No idea. All I know is it's going to be a complete mystery to me. Right, so we'll just wait until this loads in. Right, here we are then. I look at this plane and I think, what the hell livery did I just choose? When I was looking at the liveries, I only saw the front. The front looked okay. I wasn't expecting, anyway, it is what it is. Alright, so this is Brussels, and that's right into a jetway there. So this is live weather. So of course it's nighttime in Brussels. So you would expect nighttime weather in the day. That's what we're getting basically. Okay, let's take a look and see what they have in store for us. So, take a check ride. Oh, what's coming? Alright, so It says everything's ticked here, so it's obviously happy. All the green ticks is good. So start check ride. I have no idea what's coming up now, but I'm very interested to see.
Welcome to OnAIr check ride.
Thank you. Okay, I have this pointing somewhere, so it's obviously wanting me to go somewhere. You better not be sending me on something like a 6 billion mile run. No, it better not. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. Isn't it? Should I just start firing up the plane, or is it? Do I? Okay, perhaps I should just fire it up.
Please start the engine.
Oh, here we go. Please start the engine. Right. I need a bit of light on the situation here. So, start the engine. Okay, so first thing, which is what I forgot last time, is start the fuel. And then engine selectors to normal. Oh, God. I don't have my tooltips on as well.
Please start the engine.
It's coming, darling. It's coming. Don't worry. Don't worry. Give me a sec. Ah, that one. Okay. Right. So, engine selector on. Power lever on idle. Yeah, sort of. Prop RPM to max.
Please start the engine.
I hope she's going to be a bit more patient than this. Okay, battery switch. Battery switch on. On. Battery switch has to be on. Avionics 1. Fuel boost on.
Please start the engine.
I'm just waiting for her to get really annoyed. Please start the engine. Starter on. Fuel condition lever to low idle. Starter off.
Taxi to the runway and take off.
Yeah, give me a moment, darling. I'm still starting the engine. Fuel boost to normal. And avionics 2 on. Okay. Now, where's my lights? See? Beacon light was off. So now she's going to freak out. I'm just going to put all these on. And your seat belts and your no smoking sign. Right. Okay. Next thing is the release the brakes. And let's request taxiing. Please taxi to the runway. She didn't say which one. So I'll just say depart straight out. Oh, I have turned the voices off. I forgot about that. Let's see if we can fix that. I did. Right, so we should have the blue arrows then, do we? We do indeed. Right, I'm not going to do a pushback. I'll just do this normal. Now this plane gets to sound really different to what I'm used to because it has the reverse thrusters, and yeah, they do end up sounding different to what I'm used to. Just going to put some light in the cockpit here. You really have to dip down here to get past the parking brake to turn some of these lights on. Okay. So what happens here is, it sounds like the engine dies, even though it's not dying. See, you're managing torque now as well. This thing takes off like crackers. Come on. Ooh. I can't believe I didn't let you see all that, guys. I'm so sorry. What do I do now? Start again? No, I can't. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, someone just subscribed. I don't get the alert when I'm in this non-live stream mode though, but whoever you are, thank you. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize I had the screen on. It's a bad habit of mine. Too many things to try and pay attention to. Alright, anyway, we're here now. I just did the startup procedure. And we're good to go. You'll probably see me do it another time anyway, because I plan on running this plane for a while now to make some good money. Or for a while yet, I should say. Look at the speed this thing picks up at. See, now I've throttled back and it's gone to what sounds like reverse thrust. So it seems that this plane is easier to control by me just doing the throttle manually, say to there. If I control that stick manually with the mouse there, I can gain better control of it. So I think I just need to back off the speed just a little. I want to try and get everything in the right order, because I've got a feeling that the fact that the beacon light wasn't on is like a violation, and she's not going to tell me now that was an issue, but I'm pretty sure when the flight's over she'll tell me, well, this is what you failed on, and I may have to do the check ride again, but that's just guesswork based off how you do your driving test. Yeah, this plane is quite a bit bigger now. We've got three Garmin screens in this one. I think we need to slow it down just a wee tad. And also the propeller RPM doesn't seem to I was playing with it before, and it didn't matter what position the lever was in. It didn't sound as though
Cleared for takeoff runway 25 right, Rusty Romeo 66.
it didn't sound like the propeller revs were dropping at all, but I'm sure they must do. You have to do a fair bit to get the momentum going, eh? Lint. I wonder if that's a naval base. Sorry, that was a bad joke. So, just shows you how my brain works. I just saw lint and my brain just came up with that joke straight away. Stupid. Right. So we're going to park it here. It's like taken off from a Christmas tree. Do we not have to start from the threshold or something? I think we're good, because this thing can trundle down the railway. Yeah, trundle down the runway pretty good. Right, so what I'm going to do from here is kill the taxi lights. Don't need those anymore. Landing lights, going to leave all that on, all that on, all that on. Cabin lights we don't need because, yeah. Got nobody in at the moment. And we're going to put the flaps down to the next setting, which is... Now then, I think we've got it right. I'm just going to do it via keyboard, because I'm not sure now. Yeah, there's only 2 flaps positions on this one. Well, on the Cessna 172 there was 3. Okay, I think, you know, it must work. Right, so we've got clearance, haven't we? We have. Alright, let's crank this thing up. I don't have a destination planned, obviously, because I don't know what's happening. So I'm assuming when we take off we'll get our next instructions. Land in a farmer's field. Oops. Plane seems to want to tilt.
Airborne time locked. Fly runway heading. Continue to climb.
So fly on the runways heading and continue to climb. Yeah, turn around and come back, right? Now I do get these torque warnings here, but and I know I should drop the throttle off a little. But then look what happens, it goes so much.
Turn left. Heading 50. Climb to 8,500 feet.
So heading 50 and climb to 8,000. This thing will go to 25,000 feet, this thing. I've got a hell of a rate to climb at the moment, but I maybe shouldn't have that much.
Rusty Romeo 66, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
And then I've got this to contend with.
Brussels Tower, Rusty Romeo 66, frequency change.
I'm guessing she may insist on 50. I don't know. What happens if I use autopilot? Will she freak? And I daren't even look outside or anything. I can't maintain 50. Keeps drifting back to 49. I'm guessing she's going to wait till I reach 8,000 feet before she looks at my heading. All guesswork. Maybe it's just the way, because I'm holding the joystick in my left hand, so the base of my hand is putting pressure on the left hand side. Maybe that's why I have that little bit of a drift. I'm assuming I can use some trim to cancel that out, right? I actually don't know. or grip the joystick a bit less. I don't know what it's like in the real world if you were doing this manually, how accurately you could stay on the 50. Because don't forget, the wind is blowing me side to side as well. Trying to stay where the pink arrow is on the display for the ideal climb rate. Turn left heading, it says climb to 8,500. So I guess it doesn't matter what airport. It's hard to keep the plane horizontal. Sorry, I'm just very much concentrated here. Why I'm slightly tilting the plane to one side, but it's not picking up the next degree, the next heading. It's got to be to do with the wind, right? Well, there's 8,000. Another 500 to go. How much leeway is she going to allow me? If it's 0, then I'm screwed, because I can't do it.
Turn right, heading 310, climb to 9,500 feet.
Turn right. Jeez, she couldn't have got me going the worst way. 350 is just, you do a left turn and you're there. Please go to heading 310. Yes, you don't give me a lot of time, love. Jeez.
Now, maintain 9,500 feet and heading 310.
You don't give me a lot of time.
Please go to heading 310. Maintain 9,000.
This reminds me of those when you're on hold. Your call is important to us. Please continue to hold. Then 2 seconds later, your call is important to us. Please continue to hold. What we're charging you for this phone call is important to us. Please continue to hold. Come on, plane, down you go. Whatever you say, ma'am. Whatever you say.
Please go to heading 230. Maintain 10.
Yes, I got the instruction. Not only that, I can see it on the OnAIr program. As you can see, dear, we are getting there. Congratulations, you have passed your test. Please bring the plane down to land. Smack.
Turn left, heading 40. Descend to 5,500 feet.
Heading 40. Oh, buddy. Yeehaw. So descend to 55, heading 40. Come on, remind me. You know you want to. Don't want to overspeed too much. Nice and gentle. What's going to come first? The heading or the height? Hopefully around the same time. So we have the heading. Now we just need to get to 55.
Now, maintain 5,500 feet and heading 40.
So she said that when I was 100 feet off. So she obviously does give a little bit of leeway.
Now, reduce your speed to 70 knots or less and maintain your altitude. Use your flaps if necessary. Please maintain 70 knots or less. You are currently at 84 knots.
Did she say maintain the altitude? Oh.
Please maintain 70 knots or less.
Oh, maintain 70
You are
knots.
currently at 101 knots.
I can maintain that by just popping the nose up a little. I've got flap set to 1, but if I just
Please maintain 70 knots or less. You are currently at 73 knots. Now, make a 360 standard turn to the left. Maintain 5,500 feet and 70 knots or less.
well, that shouldn't be difficult considering I'm at 5,003. But I need to get to 5,000, so I'm going to put the flaps in, and I'm going to pull up. I can't get back up to 5.3 unless I add some more power. This is going to be difficult, guys.
Go to heading 40. Maintain 70 knots or less. Continue the left turn until heading 40.
The window between 70 knots and stalling the plane is very small. And I will admit I don't have very good control over the throttle here. See, it just shoots down.
Please return to 5,500 feet. Heading 40. Maintain 70 knots or less.
Did I go past 40? Oh my goodness. Let's get to 70 knots
Go to
first.
heading 40.
There. Now the thing is I have to drop altitude, which is going to increase my speed. I have no choice. Come on, get down to 5.5. Okay.
Resume to normal speed. Turn right. Heading 130. Climb to 11,000 feet.
Man, when does this end? Gonna really stoke on the power now. Gone past what was it? 130. And 11,000 feet. We're still stalling. I'm just going to bring the plane down to here so I can gain some speed. While I'm doing that, I can get to 130. Might help if I brought the flaps in now, eh? Alright, let's crank it up. She shouldn't really pass me, but I'll get better. Yeah, I'll say that carrying 11 VIPs. I'm trying to keep an eye on the altitude, see what it's doing, and then I lose the heading. Keep an eye on the speed to make sure I'm not going to stall, and I lose the heading. Oh. I'm sure this is easier in real life. God, I'm pushing the stick to the right and the plane's going left. I hope she's not timing me. Yeah, I don't mind going to like 132 because I know it's going to drift back anyway. Yeah, if she's timing me, guys, I'm screwed. It's going to take ages to get to 11,000. Right, if I sit at 10 on the dial, at least I'm gaining speed while I'm going up. So just sit under that purple arrow. Just keep watching the heading. But I have to. My aircraft is slightly. You can see the horizon's not straight, but it has to stay that way in order to keep the heading straight. Very strange. What parameters is she looking at? How long I can stay at 130 for? See, I just take a deep breath there and I lose a couple of degrees. Should probably fail me if I did this on autopilot. Oh, I don't want to do this again, guys. Not really. Please pass me. I've got £350 in my pocket I can give you. Sorry, 350 credits. Pounds I don't have. Credits, I've got billions of them. $11,000. On the Cessna 172, the ceiling was 14,000. Where this one, as I said, has 25,000 feet. At least she's not rushing me now. She must know it takes time. And I've got the, well, I thought I had the throttle to the max, but I seemingly don't. There's something wrong with this plane and the lights. Because I've noticed when I turn some of the light switches on, there's one light switch, or dimmer, that I particularly leave off for a specific reason, and every time I look down it's been turned on, so I'm really not sure what's going on with that. It makes the lights underneath the parking brake there look like they're blue.
Now, maintain 11,000 feet and heading 130.
I will try, my darling, I will try. Ish, is that good enough for you? Ish.
Now, return and land at your departure airport with an appropriate IFR or VFR approach.
Oh God, how far have you brought me?
Brussels Tower Rusty Romeo 66 is 25 miles east with Yankee to land. Rusty Romeo 66 Brussels Tower. Make straight in runway 25 right. Altimeter 29.87, wind 260 at 29. Make straight in runway 25 right, Rusty Romeo 66.
All I have to do oof, excuse me guys, got something in my throat there. All I have to do now is land. 20 nautical miles. My God, I'm going to have to...
Return to the airport. Heading 272. Distance 27 nautical miles.
Are you supposed to leave the propeller revs on max? I don't know. You know, this. Just bring it down a bit. I want to kill some of the speed. "20 nautical miles. I have to... Man, do I have to come down quick. Trying to get to heading 272. There's the thing. Now I hope that that is 272. Those gates. I'll try and get as close to 272 as I can just to keep her happy. This is going to be a catastrophe, guys, because I'm going to put my taxi light on now so I don't forget later. I've got to remember to increase the power back again, otherwise I'm not going to have enough to land with. I'll fall out the sky. Not quite 272 yet. There we go. Just need now to bring it down, and I can't hear anything. I'm assuming it is still working, the plane. The engines are still on. Don't hear anything. Well, a slight drone. I'm going to bring this down a little, just a little. Too fast to be using flapitos. See, controlling the throttle with this plane from the joystick switch it's quite hard because of the reverse thrust. If I drop the throttle too much, it goes from idle into reverse. Now it's saying by that waypoint I need to be at 2.6 feet when I'm at 4.6 at the moment. Let's try and look up a little. Speed-wise, I think we're okay. It doesn't look like we need to drop down 1,500 feet, does it? It looks like the gates are above us. But it all falls into place somehow. Now I have landed this once before and it was a smooth one. It did land pretty well. But I damn well hope my visibility gets better. Because I don't want to lose everything just because I had a really crap landing, because visibility was zilch minus a Googleplex. Like I've got nothing here. So the pattern entry is another 10 nautical miles away, and we still have to drop another 900 feet. I think that's okay. I think that's pretty good. I do indeed. Let's see if it works out as well as I would like it to. Trying to maintain the 272 as well, just to keep the online happy. I want to intercept these gates. Once it's good, because once I reach the 2.6 and get the right heading, then I can start messing around with, because I can level up then, and then I can start messing around with speeds, because I've got a feeling I'm going to have to come and refer to that throttle lever a bit more. See, just like any driving instructor, yeah, like a driving instructor, she's not really telling me any faults I make until the end of the trip, you know. So they don't tell you, oh, you messed up here, you messed up there. Some places you might think you messed up, and some places you might think you did well, and you don't really know what's going on. Right, so now that we have this, the speed is starting to, I've leveled up almost, so the speed is pretty much where it needs to be, just above where I can start deploying flaps, which I'll start to do very shortly. I think the speed is still dropping off slowly, which I think is bang on, right? Because all I need to do is just pitch the nose up a little bit, and I can drop off the speed that I need. Once we get on the speed dial where it says 127, is it? Once that gets goes from the green band into the white band, I can start deploying me flippy flaps, and we're good to go on that one. See, we're 100 feet higher than what that pattern entry says, but it doesn't look it. It looks like the gates are higher than we are. So while the gates are red, obviously it means I'm too fast or too slow. In this case, it'll be too fast, but I will be dropping off speed once I intercept the gates themselves, because that's how I've always done it. And all my lights are on. I got my taxi light on, so she can't whinge that I forgot some lights. And I'm trying to remember to turn them off before the engine goes off. Oh, I'm happy with this approach at the moment, guys. I think it's okay. My height is okay. My speed is just where I like it. I don't know what the touchdown speed of this plane's meant to be, or the takeoff speed. I'm going to have to look those things up. So once we get into the gates, I'm just going to make a slight left. And then we should be straight on with the gates. So now I can climb to 2640 to match what they say. Speed is holding good, and there's the runway. So now that it looks like I'm a little bit low, I'm going to pitch the nose up just a little, just so we can get inside the flaps speed, which which I think looks like to be 125 perhaps. So the first set of flaps have now been deployed. And I know we're a little bit too quick, so it's going to be a case of I'm going to bring this back a little, and I'm going to bring that back a little. Manual. I don't know what the OK speed is on this, if I'm honest. But I'm going to be climbing here, so I need to, I'm just going to drop this down to around there. I wish I could just pause the sim while I did this. So I'm going to put that on idle. Whoops. See, I can't grab, I want to grab hold of the blue one, and it was quite difficult there. So if I have to use the second set of flaps, which in fact I think I will, then I will. Still got 7.5 knots, nautical miles, sorry.
Rusty Romeo 66, cleared to land runway 25 right. Follow the Airbus A20N on final.
Oh yeah, look at the Airbus in front of us.
10. Cleared to land runway 25 right, Rusty Romeo 66.
I don't want to go too quickly here then. I don't know, because he's going to be doing the right speed. Oh, well that's good, it's the right airport. Thank you. Thank you. Now that purple line that's come up on the speed bar is, I don't know what it's called, the speed bar. Speed indicator. Is that telling me that that's the kind of speed I need to be at for landing? I can drop the throttle off even more yet. But I've got an Airbus that's going to land on that same runway in front of me. Coming in okay, aren't I, guys? Speed is 84 knots. Flaps full. Oh god, don't mess this up. Speed is still dropping a little. But again, I control the speed with the nose and control the altitude with the throttle. Nice smooth entry at the moment, I think. Just don't mess this up right at the end, Rusty. Just stay as you are. Stay at this speed, and as you approach the threshold of the runway, just drop the throttle so much that it goes into the reverse, which I think is probably what you would do anyway. I just need to maintain this speed. It looks like the Airbus has touched down. I'm just going to maintain this. So where the top of the dashboard is, I'm about, I don't know, it's about an inch and a half from the runway thing there. The red markers on the runway, I'm just going to try and keep that. Looks like we have good speed. Must be 75 then, must be the speed it likes. Now if I continue to slow down and the gates turn red again, well then I'm going too slow. I think it's 50 when it gets, if you look on the speed indicator, it'll tell you that when I get to 50, that's when it's going to start whinging. Okay, let me see if I can do this without. I don't want to kill off too much speed and flummox this up at the last second.
500.
Oh, come on, Rusty. it says blue. If it turns red, then you can freak. Don't let the speed drop below. Just going to add a bit more throttle. I want to get a bit more to the right as well. I don't know what that means, so stop beeping. Okay, we're just on that threshold now, so now I can just, not the runway threshold, the threshold of me dropping out the sky. So now I can point the plane at those lights. And as I go over the threshold there, the zebra crossing, I'm just going to drop the throttle. A little bit of a flare.
Landing time locked. Landed at Echo Bravo Bravo Romeo. Brussels National. Taxi to your parking and shut down the engine.
Romeo 666 at runway when able.
Oh boy. My hand is aching on this joystick because I've been twisting the yaw all the way down because of the wind, I suppose, and I'll tell you what, grippage, guys. So that's the reverse thrusters off. I think I've got enough power there, have I? Yeah, controlling this throttle is dodgy.
Rusty Romeo 666 at runway when able.
I will. You want an answer to that one? No. God. That was a good landing, I think. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't the smoothest thing in the world, but it was a nice approach, and yeah. Sometimes I approach people worse than that. Whatever that means.
Rusty Romeo 66, turn next taxiway.
Did we pass? I'd hate to have failed. I did my best, guys. I really did. Because maybe it's like a pass mark, you know? Like you have to achieve a certain...
Contact ground on 118.055.
You have to achieve a certain percent
118.055 for Rusty Romeo 66.
to get a pass mark, you know? Well, I didn't give her any occasion to whinge at me.
Brussels ground, Rusty Romeo 66 taxi to parking.
Rusty Romeo.
Right, I got off the runway there because I was looking for the right number key to press for the ATC. Say what? Say what? In 7, in 8, in 5, in 3, in 10, Zulu? What's Zulu?
Taxiing to General Aviation parking using taxiway Oscar Uniform Tango 4 India November 5
Yeah.
India November.
And never mind India 5, India 8. Just say left, right, right, left, second left, third right. Oh, jeez. I know it's all marked, but I'm not very good at seeing the markings. I think is it those yellow boxes? Yeah. Is that India 5? It is. But I've got... I use a program called Little Map or something like that, it's called. And it tells me where all the taxiways are anyway. Oh, is that Airbus that came in front of us? Yes, it is. It is, guys. We caught up with him. What's that software that I use? See if I can let you know. Little Nav Map. Now it's going to tell me to be careful here. Not to hit the Airbus. Kind of obvious, so...
When you have reached your parking, shut down the engine.
I will, darling, I will. May I say what a lovely dress you have on today? Bribery, bribery, bribery. my god. Oh! Don't you dare, it's crashing! No!
Rusty Romeo 66, cleared to land runway 25 right. Wind 270 at tree. Cleared to land runway 25 right, Rusty Romeo 66.
Landing time locked. Landed at Echo Bravo Bravo Romeo, Brussels National. Taxi to your parking and shut down the engine.
Rusty Romeo 66 exit runway when able. Rusty Romeo 66, turn next taxiway. Rusty Romeo 66, contact ground on 121.7. 121.7 for Rusty Romeo 66. Brussels ground, Rusty Romeo 66 taxi to parking. Rusty Romeo 66 taxi to General Aviation parking via taxiway Bravo 6 Oscar Uniform Tango 4 India November 5 India November 8 India November 9er India November 10 Zulu. Taxiing to General Aviation parking via taxiway Bravo 6 Oscar Uniform Tango 4 India November 5 India November 8 India November 9er India November 10 Zulu Rusty Romeo 66.
When you have reached your parking, shut down the engine. Engine off, time logged, end of flight, registered in OnAIr company, thank you. You passed your practical exam, 4 out of 4 exercises succeeded.